Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss topic that is Alzheimer disease. So basically this Alzheimer disease, it is the most common cause of dementia. Dementia means you can simply consider it as memory loss. Memory loss. So this Alzheimer disease increase with increasing age, or the increase with increasing age, or the prevalence of Alzheimer disease increase with increasing age. So basically this Alzheimer disease, it is a neurodegenerative disorder. It is a neurodegenerative disorder. Means there is degeneration of neurons within the brain cells, or you can simply define it as Alzheimer disease is a gradually progressive dementia that will affect our cognition, behavior and functional status. Look, there are no exact etiology of this Alzheimer disease, but scientists propose number of mechanisms to explain theory behind Alzheimer disease. We will see this one by one. So, our first theory is amyloid cascade hypothesis. Amyloid cascade hypothesis. So, according to this theory states that there is imbalance between production and clearance of beta amyloid. Now, the main question arises that what is amyloid? So, basically this amyloid, these are protein fragments. These are protein fragments that our body normally produce. These are protein fragments that our body normally produce. So, this beta amyloid is mainly synthesized from amyloid precursor protein, which is mainly found in neuronal membrane. Now, there are two pathways that will create beta amyloid, that is amylogenic pathway and non-amylogenic pathway. So, in non-amylogenic pathway, this amyloid precursor protein is cleaved by alpha and gamma secretase into several fragments, and these fragments are easy to eliminate, or you can say these fragments are easy to dispose of. So, in non-amylogenic pathway, this amyloid precursor protein is cleaved by alpha and gamma secretase into several fragments, and these fragments are easy to eliminated from our brain. And in second pathway, that is in amylogenic pathway, this amyloid precursor protein is cleaved by beta and gamma secretase into several fragments, and these fragments are called as beta amyloid precursor, beta amyloid monomer. Normally, this beta amyloid monomer undergo phagocytosis by microglia. But in Alzheimer disease, there is increased production of beta amyloid and decreased clearance of beta amyloid. So, in Alzheimer disease, this beta amyloid monomer get aggregated. Wait, I will explain you. So, in Alzheimer disease, this beta amyloid monomer get aggregated to form beta amyloid oligomer. Beta amyloid oligomer. This will get aggregated to form senile plaques or beta amyloid plaques. These are senile plaques. So, now these plaques are responsible to cause Alzheimer disease. This plaque block neuronal communication. Or you can say this plaque is responsible for neuronal death. new neurons dead, and this plaque disturb neurotransmitter function. Neurotransmitter function. So this plaque ultimately leads to Alzheimer's disease. Next is neurofibrillary tangles. So this NF-t and beta amyloid, these are hallmark. These are hallmark of Alzheimer's disease, or these are neurological finding in Alzheimer's disease. So basically these neurofibrillary tangles, they are insoluble twisted fiber. They are insoluble twisted fibers that are normally found in our brain cell. And these neurofibrillary tangles are normally or is composed of protein called as tau protein. So the main role of tau protein is to stabilize this microtubule. This is microtubule. So main role of tau protein is to stabilize, or you can say this tau protein get bind to microtubule to get structural support to this microtubule. These are tau protein. So the main role of microtubule is to transport nutrients, but beta amyloid activate intracellular kinase. This kinase phosphorylate this tau protein. But in Alzheimer's disease, there is high production of beta amyloid. So they activate intracellular kinase in high level that will hyperphosphorylate this tau protein. In that case, this tau protein get detached from this microtubule. These are tau protein which is detached from this microtubule. So this tau protein now called as neurofibrillary tangles. So these microtubules get destabilized, and the main role of tau protein is to stabilize this microtubule. But in hyperphosphorylation state, this tau protein get detached and they form neurofibrillary tangles. So in that case, this microtubule get collapse. And this will blocked, or you can say this will disturb transport mechanism. This will block transport mechanism. And this NFT, that is neurofibrillary tangles, the density of NFT decide the severity of dementia or Alzheimer's disease. So next theory is, look, I am going to tell you. So next theory is inflammatory mediator theory. And next one is cholinergic hypothesis. So basically this theory states that due to deposition of beta amyloid, neurofibrillary tangles, and due to insoluble fragments, and also due to damaged neuron, all of these factors will trigger or will activate local inflammation. Basically this inflammatory response is an attempt to clear all of this deposition. So due to activation of local inflammation, there is release of various inflammatory mediators such as cytokines, nitric oxide, free radicals, or complement factor activation. Basically, this inflammation is a sign of an impaired adaptive response. So, ongoing process will turn this local inflammation into chronic inflammation. And this chronic inflammation further deteriorate the condition in Alzheimer's disease. And according to this theory, cholinergic hypothesis, basically this theory states that due to loss of cholinergic cell, there is due to loss of cholinergic cell, there is memory loss. Look, due to cholinergic cell or neurotransmitter, or you can say nicotinic receptor, all of this will help to restore our memory and cognitive function. But due to loss of this cholinergic cell, it will affect our memory and cognitive function So all of this will lead to Alzheimer disease. Now I'm going to summarize this all pathogenesis. So according to amyloid cascade hypothesis, according to this theory, there is increased production of beta amyloid and decreased clearance of beta amyloid. Due to that, there is loss of neurotransmitter function, there is loss of neuron, and also there is atrophy of cortex, and this neurofibrillary tangles. According to neurofibrillary tangles, this neurofibrillary tangle get hyperphosphorylate, and due to that there is collapse. Of microtubule. And according to cholinergic hypothesis, this theory states that there is loss of cholinergic cells, so that will affect our memory and cognition. Hope you guys understand this concept. Thank you.